Hello, everybody, and welcome to more multi-battle conference action. This week we are back for top 8, and of course I am not alone. Fiona, please.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are here for top 8. We won last week in the wild card match, and we are playing top 8 against the darn Heckin Delibirds, who have, I would say, the better matchup versus us, personally.
Yeah, I think I really enjoy their team, and I've also really enjoyed. I've seen a few of their games. I think they play really, really well, especially because they were a first-year team coming in this year, and I think they've really impressed me. So I'm really looking forward to this match. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, so I think the big scary thing when we found in prep was they have Comfy and Moltres.
Yep.
So we thought maybe the game plan is to lead Scavalier and act it immediately so we could start nullifying it, the Moltres, and just go from there.
Yeah, and you know what? And it was kind of one of those things where I liked our prep. I think we prepped the best we could, and it's gonna be a good match. That's all I'm gonna say. There's not much more to say.
Yeah,
Other than
it is going to be a good match.
yeah, we lost in top 8 last season. Obviously, we're two-time champions of this league as well. So we'd like to get back there, get that third crown. But we have an obstacle on our way, and Goomer and Dan are gonna put up a good fight. So this should be interesting. If Fiona would ever select her move, there we go. She finally selected her team.
Yeah, I had the wrong item on my thing. That was what happened.
I don't think it would have mattered at all, though.
No, it would not have mattered at all. But, that was not what we locked in.
No. Anyways, I think it's fine to start talking about the matchup as team previews popping up now, so you guys can see it on your screen.
Yeah. So, looking at their team, they have Comfy and Moltres on opposite sides, so we figured we can stick with their game plan of Max Escavalier immediately. Yep. The only threat to Escavalier really is Entei and Nidoking with Flamethrower.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think I calced to live the Flamethrower from Nidoking, but I could be wrong. I don't remember.
But yeah, this is a really difficult matchup. Getting through the Entei is the big issue.
Yeah, I think.
But I think Slippy and Scavalier are the big X factors here into this matchup. Honestly, I felt like my side was pretty useless.
Yeah, looking back at it, yeah, a little bit. But it could have been an oversight in prep. But, I mean, either way, we still got a good match for you guys. But one thing I do want to point out is I think their team, if you break it down, I don't think it's that scary versus our team per se. Like, we have answers to everything. I think the problem is trying to keep our answers on the field preserved and not die to everything else. Like, sometimes, you know, it's like, oh, they have these 3 Pokemon, but this Pokemon just beats all 3 of those. We don't have that here. We have maybe 1 or 2 Mons for Moltres, maybe 1 Mon for Entei, and after that, we don't really have that much. So,
yeah.
It's one of the things where it's like you kind of really have to do a very good job of preserving pieces, but it's going to be a good match. I'm really looking forward to watching this. And by watching this, I mean watching it back because I've already seen it, but not going to spoil anything. So let's see what they go with.
So they lead Registeel and Arceus, which were something we did not expect at all.
Yeah, I think we literally just looked at each other and said, what?
Yeah.
Like, I think we were very confused, and even more so confused about the fact that the Registeel was on the Dynamax side. I'm like, are they going to Dynamax this immediately? Like,
yeah,
I really
they could be like Bulldoze Archeops or something.
They very well could have been, and we were, I'm gonna say, caught off guard here.
Yeah, that was a little bit concerning. The problem is Decidueye is very useless in where it is right now.
Yeah, but then again, we didn't expect Arceus. So, but yeah, Decidueye.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
I don't remember what we did. I think we went for Max Knuckle with a Scavalier because we were worried, it's going to Iron Defense. We need to get our attack up immediately. Archeops.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be switching out Decidueye anyways, so...
I think you just protected, didn't you? I think you actually protected.
Maybe I did.
I thought you protected, to be perfectly honest.
I think I did.
Because the concept was you can protect and get our attack up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you stayed in.
I just protected.
Yeah, you stayed in.
Okay.
It's perfectly fine. I think that's fine. I mean, I don't think we had any issues. I think this turn was just fine. I mean, caught off guard, I think we're still making the most of it. But I'm really shocked they didn't max here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was pretty surprising. because usually in multi-battles, game plans are you max immediately because it bounces back and forth and it's really hard to.
Yeah, or max turn 2.
Yeah.
I think we touched upon this last week in the video as well. You really can only max turn 1 or turn 2 guaranteed. Other than that, you kind of play roulette. Stealth Rock, really cool.
Yeah, that's really annoying for us because normally we like to switch around and
Yeah,
it's not great.
and we also have a
I
Volcarona.
understand this is for Volcarona.
I mean, me and Fiona did this, I think, with Swampert. I think in the first season we ended up winning. It actually became pretty common, right? 6 months aside, you get some chip, you break stashes. It's really, really cool. I do like the move, but then we're going to see the burn on Registeel. Why is it Flame Orb? So,
Yeah.
I looked at Fiona, I'm like, does this thing get like Psycho Shift or anything? Can they burn us in any way? And we kind of established no. So
I mean, the only way they could actually burn us is with flame.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't think either of us really considered it at the time. But then again, what was Hestu gonna do? I wasn't gonna switch out our max.
So basically, this turn, I think I switched to Evire.
Yeah, you gotta eat the dual wing beat. That's 100%.
And they go for dual wing beat again.
You gotta eat the dual wing beat. That's gotta go into that side. It makes the most sense, and that's actually 50%. Archeops isn't a joke when it's not.
Well, not to mention it also crit, and we took Stealth Rock in.
Yes, but you know what I mean. That's still a resisted attack. Like.
Yeah.
Before the Defeatist, it's actually got a good attack stat. I think it's 145, isn't it?
Yeah.
But either way, it dies.
It's 140.
Either way, its defenses.
It goes down, even though we're burned.
Yeah, its defenses though are not its strong suit. So Archeops is gonna go down there, and things get questionable now. I don't even remember what they brought in, to be honest.
Sorry. I think they brought in. What was the other mon? It wasn't Moltres.
It's Virizion.
Virizion. That's it.
Yeah, they brought Virizion in here. So now we actually have a questionable turn ahead of us. We can leave Evire in. We can try to switch Evire out. I personally think it's best if we just stick with our max, get some damage up, right? But I do believe this is the turn. This turn, no, it's 2 turns later that I think turn the tides. But anyways, or maybe the following turn. I don't know. But there's a turn that I think we definitely could have capitalized on. But here I think I just launched an attack into Virizion.
Yeah, I think we Flutterby Virizion.
And we helping handed, right? Just to make sure we got rid of it.
Maybe I protected. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you helping handed because we said we wanted to get rid of Virizion.
Yeah.
Because the max.
Okay, maybe that makes sense.
The max was on this side, right? So.
Yeah, the max is on the Registeel side, and let's be honest, they're not going to max a burned half health for Registeel.
Yeah, so we figured to ourselves that, hey, we might as well get this Virizion down while we still can. So Virizion's going to actually stay in, just quick Leaf Blade. Forearms actually takes it, which is kind of surprising, to be honest.
Thanks for the Steel Spike.
Yeah, thanks to the Steel Spike, but still, honestly, I didn't expect Forearms to take that. But Sand Tomb coming out, which is honestly a cool move, kind of locking us into our position, which I think is a really cool option for them. And there's the Flutterby.
Yeah, Flutterby does not take out the Virizion because they are indeed a Focus Sash.
Yep. Which, honestly, at this point, I'm alright with right now.
Yeah.
And I believe the max goes back to Virizion.
The problem is that they can still max.
Yes.
And there's a Moltres still alive.
Yep. And in case you didn't see Fiona's side of the field, it is currently this 20% or 30% Evire. Okay, maybe closer to 40, but 40% Evire, a Decidueye, and a Dragapult. That does not want to deal with Moltres. My backside is Seismitoad, and I don't even remember what the rest of it was, but Urshifu, yeah. None of that wants to deal with Moltres. Our Moltres game plan is currently on the field, already taking mad damage there.
Mm-hmm.
I really do like that play to protect from Virizion. I just think keeping that piece on the field on their end was very, very smart.
Mm-hmm.
So I think here's where I think we kind of got in our own heads a little bit.
Yeah. What did we do?
Yeah, I ended up I iron-headed the Registeel because I didn't want to kill Virizion and let Moltres come in for the turn with the Dynamax. So what I did is I
Mm-hmm.
iron-headed Registeel because I didn't want to give him a free switch into Entei either. So I iron-head, and I figured, you know what, that'll keep both of them on the field. That gives Hestu another turn to kill the Virizion the next turn, and then after that, one, I could either call the Protect on Virizion the next turn, or Moltres, or I could just kill it. Moltres would come in outside of the max turn, and we can get damage on it before. But what did you even? Did you follow me? I think you follow me, right?
I don't remember what I did. Why would I follow me? There's no reason to.
I know, but I think you did, and I think
I think I
that's.
switched to Decidueye.
You know what? You know what? Yes, I think you did. And I iron-headed Registeel. Why? Because I think we got in our own heads. I think we just had to take knockouts where we could have taken knockouts, personally.
I still think, even regardless, either way we lost if we brought in the Ultras.
I agree. I mean, I think it was still the better end game, but either way, the Decidueye's coming back in.
Because we're not stalling the Dynamax, they're getting a billion knockouts per turn.
Yep, and there's the Registeel. And Entei's coming in right now, so had I just drill run into that slot, I mean, I don't know how much it would have done, especially after the coaching.
You wouldn't have
Virizion.
killed the Registeel, so it would have been just better to do it anyways.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. Alright, anyways, Ironhead goes out into Entei. Entei eats that basically for breakfast. And, I mean, I think you guys can tell where this game one's headed.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna fast forward or anything, because, you know, we're gonna stick it out, kind of explain thought process here. But guys, there's also Stealth Rock up as well. So because of that, our Sash on Urshifu is also null and void. So once Moltres gets that Airstream up into us, it's literally game over. So
Yeah.
we know it's in the back. The Moltres matchup into our team is just too good for them not to bring. We know it's Moltres. It's just a matter of can we do anything to stop it from going off. But Virizion with another coaching now, and they can just ignore. They can continually to ignore Hestu here. They have no reason to target it. Sacred Fire goes off, connects into Decidueye, and Robin Hood unfortunately got burned.
Well, yeah.
Well,
more than burned.
More than burned. It got toasted to a crisp. Anyways, Virizion does go down there, but unfortunately, like I said, I had to take a knockout that I was actually capable of getting. I don't think going for a drill run crit into Entei wins us the game anyways. I mean, even if I get it, I don't think it matters. You can look back on it and say maybe I should have and left Virizion on the field, but lo and behold, they can still max. They still have the Moltres. I don't think there was ever a spot we were going to get through to that point.
Yeah, it's really rough. At this point, we just took way too much damage early on.
Yeah. Too much damage early on, no real way to pull it back, because like there are times when you can take a lot of damage early, but that sets up an endgame. I think our issue was we never really set up an endgame. We didn't have an endgame to set up, and that might be on our prep. But I also like to say that that's definitely on their prep as well. They did a very good job of maintaining our win con in this case, which was the Escavalier. So we recognized it, and they clearly recognized the Escavalier was probably our best chance. So they shut it down really well.
With the Flame War Registeel.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I was thoroughly confused when it got burned. When it burned itself with a Flame Orb, I was like, what is happening? Protect on Moltres, just to get the Dynamax back to that side. Perfectly respectable. I think me and Fiona, at this point, I think you can realize why we doubled into it. We know that's the threat right now. And we had to double into it. But Catapulter, of course, taking that, not very well, but does take it. And Ironhead goes into the Protect as well. And that wraps up that turn.
And now, yeah, Moltres has the max. There really isn't much we can do.
No, there's not much. I think, honestly, at this point, we started thinking about game 2. Like, how do we adapt? Because
I think we should have forfeited, because we were actually allowed to do that.
Yeah. I honestly forgot you could forfeit in the playoffs as a best of 3 to preserve information. Otherwise, we definitely would. We definitely should have. That would have been the better play. But it is what it is right there. We didn't forfeit because we forgot. But, I mean, there's no way we're pulling this back. This Moltres is going to max. It's just going to sweep through the team. Moltres will max, will drop Dragapult, and then Entei will drop Hestu, and from there, I'm left. The side's just over. Moltres picks up every knockout it needs to at this point.
Yeah. There really isn't much we can do.
And I don't want to sound like defeated or anything, but at this point in game 1, guys, this game's over. There's no pulling it back. It's just over. Nothing else to do here.
The only real thing you can find out now is what item Niente is. If it's not AV, Dragapult will pick it up with a Draco Meteor here. So I'm gonna go for that.
I wonder if it would have been. Yeah, that's fair. I do wonder.
Unfortunately,
yeah, go ahead.
Salt Vest.
I do wonder. They're either Assault Vest or just really specially bulky, which could also be the case. But I doubt that. But anyways, I think they're AV. I also do wonder if it would have been better to find out the Moltres item. Even though we were 99% sure it was policy, I still wonder if it was better to figure out that item instead.
I don't think it ever revealed an item.
Anyways, Sacred Fire goes into Hestu there. Like I said, they get 2 knockouts and nothing too crazy. So obviously no Life Orb on the Moltres there. So I mean, you gotta assume it's
policy.
You gotta assume it's policy at this point. And at this point, the game is literally over. Forearms can't really come in and do much here. I also believe the Entei, once we saw that it was going to be AV, and if it was going to be AV, it was going to have Extreme Speed. And at +2 attack, Extreme Speed is going to kill basically our entire team. So Forearms isn't going to be able to take that, so Follow Me is useless here. So, like I said, guys, game's over.
There really isn't anything. Yeah, looking back, we should have just forfeited.
Yeah, we definitely needed to just forfeit here. There was nothing we could have done. I mean, for some reason, I thought it, it wasn't allowed still, because it's not allowed the entire regular season, right? Because it's best of 1. But that's an oversight, and I don't think it really revealed anything immensely, but I don't think we revealed anything we didn't really want to reveal. But anyways, Forearms is coming in, Urshifu's coming in. I mean, like I said, guys, there's nothing here. I mean, you guys can fast forward. I'll probably leave a timestamp to game 2 somewhere if I haven't done that already. Just because, like I said, at this point, it should have been a forfeit. And there's really no point in watching this. The game's over. This game 1 is just over.
But going into game 2, let's talk about our plan for game 2.
Of course, yeah,
so,
we might as well.
Basically, we figured Archeops was going to come back again.
Yep.
So it would probably be better to leave Dragapult Urshifu and have the same game plan as them. They had late game max, so we should have our max for late game too.
Yeah. In case you guys did miss the move reveal from Dragapult earlier, it is special Dragapult. So we have Thunderbolt to drop that Archeops turn 1, and that would have been really, really solid on us. If we get that Archeops gone turn 1, we can get some momentum early and then still have a late game max, maybe to match their late game max. I think that's the way we want to go about doing this. So I like what Fiona said. She suggested Dragapult Urshifu. I said, you know what? I kind of like that. I think it does a good job into the Registeel. And I think from there, it's at that point, if we can get what we want, we're good. But Slippy comes in here, guys. I mean, Slippy can't do anything here. Did I protect? I think I actually protected too. Just to maybe stall out the max. I think I did. Yeah, I definitely did. But there was just zero chance we were ever pulling this back with a Seismitoad. I mean, we were never pulling this back with any of our mons, but Seismitoad especially. Still hating Seismitoad, guys. I still stand by it.
I mean, it had the best chance out of all of them, to be honest.
You're not wrong. It did have the best chance out of all of them. E-Speed coming out.
Yeah, E-Speed's interesting because that basically just shows they don't have a better move to hit us.
Yeah, but I mean, that was pretty obvious, no?
Yeah.
It's an Entei. They don't really get I don't think it even gets a grass coverage move, so I think its best move is...
I think it gets Solar Beam, but like, okay, he's running Special Entei.
Yeah, exactly. After the +2 coaching, we know it's not Special Entei.
I don't even know this thing's special attack stats.
I don't think it's that bad, because I know in VGC people have been running some people used to do Scarf Eruption stuffs, so I don't think it's terrible.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I don't think it's terrible, but I don't know. I don't actually know what it is. We do reveal Citrus Berry there, which maybe would have been another reason to forfeit earlier, but...
Entei's special attack is 90. Okay, so that's respectable.
Very respectable. I don't think it's great, but it's definitely...
Better than Lapras.
You know what? You're not wrong. It is better than Lapras. And we're going to drop game 1 there, guys, but it is what it is. So,
yeah. So, as we said, we needed to have a late game max game plan instead of an early one.
Yeah, because clearly their plan was late game max. And if they max early, we can stall it out and still have a late game max, kind of like what they did to us game 1. So it wasn't really too big of a deal there if they were to max immediately. However, we figured, you know what, they probably won't do that. We can just both play the late game max option and go from there.
Yeah. So, we figured Archeops was definitely going to lead again. Like, that was a given. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't.
Yep.
We can't go Volcarona at all.
Yep.
Because
Stealth Rock leading Archeops, we can't Rage Powder direct it. Or Follow Me direct it, I should say, because of Rock Slides. So.
Yeah. So, also, not to mention, they also have a Wartortle who has Fake Out.
Yep. And probably Follow Me as well. So.
Yeah. Yeah, you can run both now. Because Egg moves, you can get the 5th gen event mon and then put Egg moves on it.
Yeah, because you do the whole breeding technique there, but I don't. That is what it is. It's either way, it's legal, so we have to be prepared for it. And I think we locked in fairly early here. There was nothing really to hide. I think we just said to ourselves, you know what, we've come to the agreement that Dragapult Urshifu puts on the pressure, that Volcarona never shows up here, and we move on from there. I'm hovering on it. Yeah. I don't know why I'm hovering on it.
Yeah, there was no way. We were talking about how Decidueye was really useless.
Yeah, and I think we both agreed.
Aromatisse is just a better brain here.
Yep. It's 100% the better brain, because if we can get Trick Room up for...
Gives us the Trick Room option, also gives us pressure onto Verzion and Moltres.
Yep, it is just 100% the better brain.
So we're already locked. They're thinking still.
Yep, that's fair. That's fair. They're trying to think of how we're going to adapt now, right? Because they know we're going to adapt. We just got bodied. Yeah. They know very well that we're going to try and switch something up. So I like seeing them take that extra time, making sure that they don't just, mindlessly go back in with either the same thing. At least make sure what they're going to do. At least make sure what they're going to do actually still makes sense to a potential adjustment we can make. So we're going to get to start of game 2. We're going. And I don't know. Here we go, Fiona. Season on the line. Yeah. How do you feel?
So, they actually lead Wartortle this time, but Archeops, of course, they stick with.
Yep, they stuck with the Archeops, and this is what makes this annoying, is they could easily Follow Me away our Thunderbolt, so we cannot just simply drop Archeops. And not only can we not simply drop Archeops, Archeops pressures Urshifu, so because we can't drop Archeops, we need to protect Urshifu here, and it just kind of creates this whole like, I don't want to say speed tier sandwich because it's kind of not what it is, but in a way it kind of is, right? Because Dragapult needs to kill.
Yeah, they revealed dual wing beat, so that just means our Sash is useless.
Yeah. It's like we need to find a way for Dragapult to hit the Archeops, but Archeops is going to hit the Urshifu, but we can't hit Archeops with Dragapult. But anyways, they're going to stay in here. They're going to fake out into Ursh, which is fine. I was actually surprised to see the fake out. Yep. I was surprised to see the fake out, and then they were Scarf knockoff, and then the fake out made sense. So that's just good prep on their end. You can't even say anything. That's just solid prep. They prepped well with that Archeops, their Scarf knockoff, and they got our big mod. They got Dragapult down. So at this point though, Archeops is locked into Scarf knockoff, and I don't think that's too big of a deal for us.
It isn't. So, of course, I brought in Forearms because both their mons are weak to electric. Why would you not bring in that?
Agreed.
I don't remember what I did this turn.
I Wicked Blue the Wartortle, for sure. And I think you just Follow Me, which I think is actually a mistake looking back at it.
Yeah, I don't know why I followed me. That made no sense.
Let's see what you actually ended up going for. I think you did. I really do think you did, which is terrible. You might as well put pressure on when we have it. I honestly think maybe you kill Wartortle, but...
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been the better option. But I mean, we'll see what they go for here. Like I said, they do decide to stay in, and you did Follow Me here just to keep Urshifu alive.
That makes... I don't understand why I did that. That made no sense.
No, I think that's just an oversight on both of our ends. Why did we click that? That was terrible. Anyway, so now this knockoff's going to go into something that we'd rather the knockoff go into Urshifu. Takes less damage.
Yeah.
Wicked Blow goes out into the Follow Me now, and we get very minimal damage onto this War Turtle. That is a bulky War Turtle.
Well, War Turtle, it has a lot of bulk on it with a Eulite.
Oh, I know for sure. It's a really, really good mon, actually, especially in draft. I think it's really useful.
Has a lot of coverage or like moves that'll help support, like Follow Me, Fake Out.
Aqua Jet if you
And
need to
it's
pick
like-
off a sash.
Yeah. Yawn,
Does it get Encore? It might actually get Encore too. I don't actually know.
it does not.
It does not. Okay, good to know. Either way, though, the rest of everything you just said is still solid.
Yeah, especially with like a pretty bulky mon thanks to Eviolite.
Yep. And at this point, I think you actually switched
I'm
into a
still trying to understand why we clicked Follow Me. That made no sense.
Right? I mean, I don't think this was our best set from our
It
end.
might have been a better game. We would have had a better chance if we just attacked.
I mean, I don't think we played very well this set, but I mean, at the same time, no discredit to the darn Heckin Delibirds.
Yeah.
They played a really good game. They out prepped us, and they're out playing us currently. So Sherbird's coming
Why
in
am I switching?
because we need to get something going. I don't know. What are we doing? Archeop's going for the knockoff into Urshifu there. That does drop our sash, which is a bit unfortunate, but we don't actually see the Follow Me there. Excuse me.
Okay. We did. At least we Wicked Blew the Archeops.
Yes, of course. I was always going to try to get that thing to defeat us. And here's the Scald coming out. Actually does good damage to Urshifu. Thankfully, no burn.
No
So
burn.
We're
Thank
still
you.
in this game. We're still in this game.
I'm so confused by the last two turns from us. What were we thinking?
I don't know. It definitely wasn't, definitely not our best set. And here I Wicked Blow War Turtle. The concept here is we keep Archeops on the field in Defeatist, scarfed into knockoff. It's going to do next to nothing. Very little damage coming up from that slot, so we might as well lock it in. Keep it there, do nothing about it, and deal with this War Turtle. I believe you clicked Moonblast into War Turtle?
Yeah.
Which I also don't agree with now looking back at things, but hey,
Wait,
hindsight's
why not?
2020. Because we could have Trick Room.
Why would we Trick Room when there's when there's still a War Turtle in the field? We need to get rid of the War Turtle.
Yeah, but we have After You, so a Wicked Blow into After You, Wicked Blow kills it.
Okay, that's fair.
But anyways, War Turtle gonna take that, eat it up. Scald's going out. Gonna come out, gonna connect into Urshifu. Does not actually burn again, which is very, very nice. Sherbert actually is going to pick up that big old knockout on War Turtle, which is very, very nice. And now we gotta find a way to get Trick Room up.
Yeah.
I think Entei comes in.
Yeah, we definitely should have Trick Room last turn.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, Entei definitely comes in here. So this is another interesting turn that I'm gonna point out afterwards. But for now, we're just gonna play Entei coming in here. But I will point it out when it happens. But if Entei does come in, me and Fiona both realize that that side is the side with the Dynamax, and it's probably gonna be Max Steel Spike to try and break us.
Yeah.
I think we've both kind of come to that agreement that that's most likely going to be the case, as long as if Entei does indeed come in.
Mm-hmm. Most likely.
Most.
What was even on that side? Nidoking.
Nidoking and Comfy.
Was it? No, it was. Was it?
It was Comfy, Fiona. It was Comfy. It was Comfy.
It was Comfy, yeah.
Comfy and Nidoking were the other two options in the back.
I thought it was Registeel. Right? No, it was Registeel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Comfy
Registeel and
Registeel.
Comfy. Yeah. Okay. Either way, Entei does come in right here, and Dynamax is now on my side. Still not going to Dynamax this Urshifu. Like I said, we have no reason to Dynamax right now, and I think I said I just want to get a Wicked Blow up here. Because if they're going to kill Urshifu, that's going to give us a free switch in, and then that's fine there. We get Trick Room free switch in. I don't think they're targeting Ursh here.
Yeah, there. Did we even calc for Max Steel Spike from Entei?
I did, yes.
Okay.
I did, yes.
I don't know how we managed to remember that calc, but
Fiona, come on. I'm the Celt guy. Come on.
you are.
Don't underestimate my spreads.
You're the calc guy.
Yeah, you are the board position and the text, and here's the calc. Here's the calc. This is how much this is gonna do to us. But either way, we're gonna go for the Trick Room up here as long as we live this Steel Spike, which we should. I wasn't too certain on it after potentially another more damage, or from the Archeops there, like if they're gonna go for a knockoff again and crit us. But either way, we have no better option here.
Yeah. They do max the Entei, unsurprisingly.
Yep.
They bring in Virizion, which makes sense. They want to at least, because they're realizing, hey, they're not killing the Archeops. They're
Yeah,
leaving it
it's
alone.
very
We
smart.
want to actually have pressure with it.
Something I do want to point out here is I saw Virizion and I was very excited right here because what this would have allowed us to do is Entei would get the attack off, Urshifu would get the Wicked Blow off, and then we get Trick Room up, and then Urshifu would actually be the fastest thing again. But they're actually adamant Entei here, or what I'm assuming is adamant, at least not max speed, which is honestly kind of messed up our game plan here because had we still had Urshifu being able to go first into this Entei, we wouldn't have had to do what we had to do next turn, and we could have actually got chip damage onto the Virizion or something different.
Doubled the Virizion and took it out.
Yeah. We could have played this.
Because then it would have allowed Slippy to be safe.
Yep. We could have had so many more options. So the adamant or the non-max speed Entei here really did kind of mess with our game plan. I was fully expecting it to just be faster than Urshifu. I don't know why you'd make it slower than Urshifu. But either way, good prep seemed to work out for them here.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, though, you have Entei. The point of Entei would be to outpace Urshifu and burn it. But
well, I mean, they have Virizion as well, which is faster and can pressure.
Fair, and I guess they have E-Speed, so they break our sash with that. So it is fair. Like, I respect it. Don't get me wrong. It's one of those things like I definitely didn't see coming. Is all I'm trying to say. But we have to go after you, Wicked Blow, to chip this Entei down now. There's literally nothing else we can do.
Yeah.
So we get that
up. Back. We should just click close combat. Could have got a crit.
I think we needed the Wicked Blow more often, because if we don't get the crit, they had a Steel Spike boost, right?
Oh yeah, you're right.
We needed to Wicked Blow. But there's the Max Flare. They do actually kill the Urshifu. That also, not only does it set the sun up, it also covers if we were to bring in a Scavalier, which obviously we weren't going to do, but you never know. And Virizion goes coaching. Gets that nice little attack boost and a defense boost on this Entei, which the defense boost actually means we can't bring in Hestu.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. So we actually had to change our game plan to be Slippy.
Yep. Because we were like, oh, we can bring in Hestu here, we can max Hestu, max Quake, we'll pick off this Entei, but now we're actually not certain on this max Quake picking off Entei. So we
I wonder if it was just better to focus on Virizion instead of going for After You. Like Moonblast.
Yeah,
get it down to 50.
And say forget about the Entei, forget about chipping the Entei, possibly.
It's gonna end max soon, and we just max our Slippy.
Yeah, maybe. But we do max Slippy anyways, I believe. But I think we go max Ooze Moonblast here into the Virizion. Me and Fiona this turn are actually making a huge debate. We actually have Encore on Sherbert here. And we were trying to figure out if Max Ooze plus Moonblast would actually pick off Virizion. I was thinking it probably wouldn't, but at the same time, it's Sash Virizion. Maybe it's not that. Maybe they didn't invest in any bulk. There's probably a good chance it might be enough to pick it up. Because I didn't actually calc the Ooze into the Virizion, but I did calc the Moonblast into the Virizion from Aromatisse. So.
Yeah. But, we're going to max here.
Yep.
And this is where we messed up. We have Encore on our Aromatisse.
Yep.
And they went for coaching last turn.
Yep.
So, instead of getting Leaf Bladed,
yeah.
we could coach it. Or not coach it, what am I saying? Encore it into coaching.
Which would actually coach us, wouldn't it?
No, it doesn't. It always hits the partner.
Ah, okay, never mind. Okay, but the Moonblast does about exactly as much as I expected, but the Ooze, unfortunately, I knew it was going to be really, really close. I don't think looking back, I don't think we should have risked it. I think if we just Encore that Virizion and I Ooze it, and then the next turn we have a +1 special attack or okay, well, we wouldn't have, but you know what I mean. We would have had a +1 special attack Slippy, which another Ooze would have picked it up anyways. We would have still been fine here. We wouldn't have had to take this giant Leaf Blade that we're about to take now, and Slippy does not appreciate this at all. Yeah. Like, guys, that's a lot. So that's our Dynamax. You can't be taking that much damage with your Dynamax on the first turn it's on the field. You just can't do it.
Yeah, there was 2 different turns. I mean, I think this could have been done differently in 2 different turns.
I agree.
Honestly, all in all, I think this game was just played really poorly on our end.
Of course.
Like, I've already seen 4 turns where we're just like, what are we doing?
Only 4? I mean, it is what it is. We didn't bring our game. The darn Heckin Delibirds definitely brought their game, and they definitely out-prepped us. So,
Yeah.
not taking anything away from them, guys. I hate, honestly, a lot of times people will just say, oh, I played really poorly, and just kind of dismiss how good their opponents played and stuff like that. I'm not one to do that. I think they had a really good game plan going in, and I think they executed it very well. Unfortunately, I think me and Fiona could have put up a better fight. But either way, at this point, I think I still have to get rid of Virizion. Once again, speaking on this turn as well, I think what you did here was wild charge Virizion, and I hit Entei, and we kind of just banked on Electivire trying to live in extreme speed, but that was never going to happen. We needed to protect Electivire, I kill Virizion, at least get that mon off the field.
Yeah.
And then go from there. At least that might give us some sort of chance. I mean, it's not a good chance either way, because there's still that Moltres in the back. There's still that 2 Archeops, which it can at least do damage. It's not going to be a lot of damage, but it's damage. But unfortunately, Forums goes down, and now it's my side versus the world. And I think if anybody's checking the timestamp on this video, or if anybody's checking, just the position on the battlefield, they can kind of tell how this one's heading. Entei goes down right there. And once again, now we get Leaf Bladed for no reason. Once again, that's twice now. We could have stopped the Leaf Blade going into Slippy, and we just let it get Leaf Bladed twice.
Yeah.
We just let it get Leaf Bladed twice.
Big mistake.
Huge mistake. Both times. Not only did we make the mistake on the first time, we compounded that with the mistake on the second time. And now Hestu comes in here, but it's just not going to be enough.
No, it can't do it by itself.
Yeah. Like, it's good, but it just can't do enough. Comfy, we're 99% sure this thing's going to be Babiri. We need it off the field. Maybe at least keep it to a side, one side versus one side. I don't think we're ever getting to that spot. But
yeah. There's no way, but...
There's just no way at this point, guys. It's unfortunate end to the season, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Not the best game played by us, but a great game played by them.
Yep, they did what they needed to do to win. The better players won that game today. Or in this set. I think the better players won the set. Simple as that. Ironhead goes into Comfy. And close combat coming up from Virizion. And Hestu's bulky, Virizion sucks, but that still did almost 40%. So
yeah.
Now Trick Room
did a lot.
Yeah, and it's too much. Trick Room ending, still way too many attacks on the other side of the field here. How do we maybe hit Virizion there and let Comfy? And the thing is, we couldn't do that because then Moltres was coming beside Comfy. Drainy Kiss, weakness policy, game over. There was just no winning at that point. They're obviously going to just Drainy Kiss, no reason to reveal floor healing or anything. Gets a little chip damage onto Hestu. More close combat coming out. And what I live on, 3? 4.
4.
4, thank you Hestu, very cool. But unfortunately, we're going to get the Ironhead off here. Into Comfy. There is the Babiri that we were all expecting. No one was really shocked by that. Ironhead goes into Comfy.
And yeah.
And at this point, guys, it's 100%. It is 100%. So, very, very well played by the darn Heckin Delibirds. And honestly, best of luck to them. I'm honestly would like to see them do very well. I think they approached it very well. I think they prepped very well. Not like they didn't just prep their main game plan. I think they prepped game plans actually for our game plan, and I think that was very well done. I really do like that concept there, because like you can obviously just walk in, like there's weeks me and Fiona prepped and we're like, yeah, we look at it and we're like, yep, just our Dragapult Urshifu is gonna go in just fine. But I fully believe they looked at this and said, yep, their best bet into us is a Scavalier. Let's make sure we have a game plan for a Scavalier game 1. Let's go with that. And I think it was, I don't want to say like quote unquote counter game plan, but I think they just they out-prepped us. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to pause this as we do some of our closing statements, because I'm just going to say thank you guys so much for supporting Team Doesn't Click throughout the entire season. Watching me and Fiona yell at each other basically every week, saying, we should have done this here. Ryan, no, you should have done this here. But seriously, guys, it does mean a lot. Thank you guys so much for watching the Doesn't Click videos. And Fiona, please, closing words, anything.
Yeah, honestly, I think we had a pretty decent draft. there was a lot of Pokemon I really enjoyed using this time being Dragapult. I think I like using our Dragapult in like various different ways.
Yeah, no,
Um,
Dragon Ball was fun.
there was a Scavalier was amazing, and so was Aromatisse.
Yep. Urshifu was good.
I also think Flippy was really good too. I
No,
know you
no,
hate
no,
Flippy,
get
but I
out.
think
Slippy
Flippy.
was garbage, Fiona. You can't convince me
No,
otherwise. You can't convince me otherwise. Here we go yelling at each other again.
but that's pretty much what I all I have to say.
No, yeah, I think so too. I mean, I also just because doesn't the season's wrapping up here, guys. For you guys, if you do want to follow and figure out who actually ends up winning the league, the Amoonguss Burnouts channel is the place to do that. I will leave a link to the description as I always do, or in the description to their channel as I always do. These guys put out amazing content for the league. They're also in the league. Also, I believe they advanced to top 4 as well. So definitely go check them out if you guys are interested in seeing the conclusion to this league. With that, guys, though, I think we're taking the next season is probably going to be a while away. I don't know when that's going to be. We got to let this season finish. Then I think there's going to be a break. So tons of time there. But once again, thank you guys so much for supporting us throughout the entire season. We will be back eventually whenever the next season does happen. We will be back. I don't think, Fiona, I think you can second that.
Oh yeah, we're definitely going to go.
I think we'll be back. But with that, guys, until then, this is going to be it from Doesn't Click. Thank you guys so much for watching all season long. Go check out the Amoonguss Burnouts if you are curious. And with that, we're going to get on out of here, and I will catch you guys in the next video.